So I'm going to be a man of my word and admit that I was wrong. I swore up and down that I would enjoy playing Shinobi more than Centurion, but that just isn't the case. Centurion is a complete joy to play and he's surprisingly strong. Both of these Season 2 heroes have a heavy focus on stamina and mix-ups, which I feel can really break the whole defensive meta. Centurion really excels at harassing your opponents and keeping them against the ropes. His ability to fight your opponents and keep them in your grasp is what really makes him stand out to me. So as usual, I'll be breaking this guy down into 3 parts: offense, defense, and how to fight against the character, so let's get right into it. So again today we have a lot to talk about for offense. So let's start off with light attacks. So alone his light attacks are standard. They're not too fast or too strong, but they give you great mix-up opportunity without really doing too much. So if you land a light attack, you can immediately press guard break to grab your opponent and do as you please, whether it be a throw or just canceling it. The downside to it isn't a free grab, so it can be countered like any other guard break. The upside about it is you can often bait your opponent into spamming out guard break after you land a light attack, letting you punish them afterwards or continuing the string. Next up are his heavy attacks. So his heavy attack is so useful. It's strong and its ability to charge it makes it parry bait. So you can tap heavy to just do a regular one, or you can hold it to charge up an attack. So as I said, charging this is complete bait, and here's something I hear no one talk about, but you can cancel this move by either doing a feint, or you can cancel the startup right into a guard break to catch your opponent off guard, which is very useful. Anyways, after landing a heavy attack, you have a few options. You can either combo into a heavy, or go right into the jab. The jab is done by pressing or holding guard break after landing a heavy. You can throw out the jab whether it gets blocked or lands as well. The jab will drain your opponent's stamina and allow you to follow up with either a heavy or a light. If you charge up your jab and hit your opponent, you'll get an automatic knockdown, which you can then use to impale your opponent by pressing heavy. Now the best part about all of this is that you can combo all of these attacks into each other to keep insane amounts of pressure on your opponents and create some absolutely brutal combos that will drain your opponent's stamina. Now the downside to all of this is that it can be dodged away from, leaving you completely open to be punished if you keep spamming them out. One last thing about the heavies: if you fully charge a heavy and your opponent blocks it, there is no block stun, letting you continue on to the next move. Next, let's talk about his guard break. So landing a guard break from neutral allows you to strike your opponent 3 times using light attacks. These 3 attacks, if landed in a row, will take about half your opponent's stamina meter. If you choose to only do 1 or 2 of the strikes, you can still throw your opponent afterwards by pressing guard break again. Now anytime you choose to throw your opponent, you can follow up with a kick by pressing guard break again. The kick will take more of your opponent's stamina, but it can be dodged, so that'll leave you open for an attack. And the final thing on offense is his dash-ins. So if you dash forward and press heavy, you'll perform an uninterruptible attack, but this move is really slow and can be parried easily. Another thing you can pull off the dash is the kick. Again, this can be dodged, but if you land it, you'll take some stamina away from your opponent and you can start another mix-up. There are tons of combos you can pull off with Centurion, and you can easily come up with something on the fly. So play around with him a bit and you'll start to get comfortable with the hero in no time. Now on to defense. So defensively, Centurion is pretty basic. He has your average stance and a pretty slow walking speed, and his dash doesn't really go anywhere. His highlight on defense is what he can do immediately after parrying. So if you manage to parry your opponent, you can immediately press guard break and you'll give your opponent a knee, which will take some of their stamina. After the knee, you can either press guard break again to kick, or you can proceed with a heavy or light attack and continue your mix-up. And finally, let's talk about fighting the Centurion. So fighting against him can be extremely dangerous because he can literally take all your stamina early on in the fight. But his slow speed usually means you can control the neutral game since his starters are slow. You can dodge away from all of his kicks and punches unless you get pinned by a charge heavy. It's a lot easier to focus on attacking him first since he has to parry to get back on offense. Also keep in mind, if you get caught by a light attack, you can still counter the grab that comes after it. If you get caught in one of his strings, just be patient, don't panic, and just wait for him to attempt a punch. Then you can easily dodge away from it. Anyway, that's all for the Centurion guide. I just want to say thank you all for all the support I've gotten from you guys this past month. I know that For Honor kinda went downhill, but that didn't stop you guys from coming back and supporting all of my videos and joining the discussions. Also, thank you to everyone who stays up late and watches my live streams. The streams keep getting larger and better and a lot more fun every time I do one. So I just wanted to say I appreciate all you guys. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, feel free to leave a like since it really does help out the channel. And if you didn't like the video for some reason and absolutely hate the channel, feel free to leave a like anyways and tell me why. Also, you should sub to this channel and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with all of my content. And finally, comment down below and tell me which of the heroes from Season 2 do you prefer more and what rank are you with them.